weekend. My name is Steven and I'm with Cannin.com. This week we're looking back at an old friend, InMed Pharmaceuticals, whose game is CBN. They have a couple of CBN products right now in clinical trials, some for dermatology purposes, some for stuff for the eye, glaucoma, and other indications. Let's jump over the pricing chart and take a look at an old analysis that we did almost a year ago today and see if it still holds true and is very powerful. So you can see we're looking at IMLFF. This is their OTC ticker. They are traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange, TSE, and they have recently filed their paperwork to be listed on the NASDAQ. So you'll see their outstanding shares dropped from 172 million down to 5 million. They did a consolidation at 33 to 1. So really interesting there, and definitely watch if they do get listed on the NASDAQ. That's going to give them a lot of extra liquidity. But we're looking at the wave trend here, and we looked at this same exact indicator almost a year ago. And let's just show we have our green lower bound and our red line upper bound, and then we're just following the green line and the red dotted line, the signal and the indicator lines here. So exact same analysis of what we did last time. We're watching for these periods when it surpasses the upper or the lower limit. So here you can see we're up, we've surpassed the limit, and we're crossing the signal line. Our indicator line, which is green, has crossed this red dotted line. That's a sign of weakness, so that's a signal to sell, both that we're above this territory and that we got the cross. And look what happened. Had we sold there, we would have been at 893, and if we were very patient, we would have gotten out at the bottom here, 380, huge profits. This is the reverse signal. We've now hit the lower boundary. We get the green line crossing above the red dotted line again. That happened here, 392. It's currently up at 493, 459. So in good gains. We could wait to stay out of these trades until we see a slope change, like we did here. Or we could stay very patient and stay in them and ignore these little slope changes and wait for the huge bounds. This has happened a couple times with this stock. I'll just move out. Here was another above bound cross. That would have been a sell signal. Look at what happened. Look at the patience it takes to stay in that trade. All while we're just getting these little drops in the wave trend. And then finally, boom, it pays off, 376 down from 8. So the exact same thing that we were looking for has happened twice in 2020 with this stock. So really interesting. If patience is key, as we know, but you can trade and take your profit. There's nothing wrong with taking profit when you see these slope changes. But the wave trend is really easy to see, and you can see how powerful it is. It was true a year ago. It was true today, that when we see these areas above and below, and you see that cross of the indicator and the signal, take action, because it's super clear what's going to happen. So watch InMed's clinical trials. They're in another phase 1 and 2 right now for their various CBN products. Watch them for the NASDAQ listing. You'll see if that's successful, they'll get a bump just from the fundamental. And check out the technicals with the wave trend. I think super powerful, especially for InMed Pharmaceuticals. Have a good weekend, everybody.